Mr. Pocky.
Mr. Pocky.
Mr. Pocky.
Mr. Pocky. Mr. Pocky. Mr. Pocky.
Mr. Pocky.
Mr. Pocky.
Mr. Pocky.
Mr. Pocky. Mr. Pocky. Mr. Pocky.
Mr. Pocky.
Mr. Pocky.
Mr. Pocky.
Mr. Pocky. Mr. Pocky.
Hi guys, it's me again, Dominic Alsacatani from BP21, back at it again with another topic. So for today's video, we're going to answer different kinds of questions that given to us by our professor, Mr. Jefferson Herrera. So without further ado, let's go. So the best answer for me is letter A, which is mean. Since it is the sum of all given scores, or simply because it uses all the observations in any given distribution, the mean is the most stable measure of inclination. So my answer is letter A, which is the mean. The mean is measure of central tendency that is susceptible of extreme values, since the average of scores might be impaired by extreme high or extreme low scores, unlike median and mode, which is only a single statistic to evaluate central tendency.
My name is Jade Adrian M. Datang, BPE 21. The best answer is mean, because it is well known as the measure of central tendency. It is defined as the equal to sum of all values in the dataset divided by number of all values in the dataset. The best answer is standard deviation. Standard deviation is simply the square root of variant is the most stable measures of variability because it uses originally needs of data, which means interpretation easier. It is also typical distance between each data point and mean. The best answer is quartile deviation, because quartile deviation is based on the difference between the first quartile and the third quartile in the frequency distribution, and the difference is also known as the interquartile range. The difference divided by 2 is known as quartile deviation or semi-interquartile range.
Hi, I'm Rodkilio S. Corpus. My topic is all about Chapter 4, Performance-Based Assessment. For question number 1, Miss Madonna is doing a performance-based assessment for the day's lessons. Which one is expected to happen in their classroom? And my answer is letter C. Students are to do actual demonstration of their skills because performance-based learning and assessment is a system that encourage them to use their higher order reasoning skills while also connecting them to real life and scenarios. For number 2, which of the following statement is not true alternative assessment? And my answer is letter D. It is an assessment where students are to create responses to questions because alternative assessment and evaluation is a student-centered approach, and it focuses on their level of the application of knowledge and skills to their real life and taking individual features of the student into consideration.
Hi guys, so I'm Jer Maglino. For today's topic, we're gonna answer this following question. The first question is, a non-traditional assessment tools used to assess student performance through the use of detailed description assumption of performance standard is called. Second question is, performance test enhanced instruction. The following are characteristic of performance test except. The third question is, to maximum the amount of time spent for performance-based assessment, which one should be done? The first question is, a non-traditional assessment tool used to assess student performance through the use of detailed description assumption of performance standard is called A. Anecdote record, B. Portfolio, C. Rubrics, D. Semantic differential. So my answer is C. Rubrics. Rubrics is a scoring tools that evaluate a student performance tasks and projects. Scoring rubrics is more useful in grading essay, project, even in portfolio, and it has the three parts: the criteria, rating, scale, and indicator. The second question is, performance test enhanced instruction. The following are characteristic of performance test except. A. Performance tests provide options and response. B. Performance tests can be integrated in lesson. C. Performance tests assess process. D. Performance tests assess product. So my answer is C. Performance tests assess process, because it is what you are actually doing or being happen in such a time and have a step-by-step procedure. The third question is, to maximum the amount of time spent for performance-based assessment, which one should be done? A. Plan a task that can be used for instruction and assessment at the same time. B. Assess one object for one performance task. C. Set objectives only for cognitive domain. And D. Limit the task one meeting daily. So my answer is A. Plan a task that can be used to instruction and assessment at the same time. In this way, the student can learn more knowledge and may help themselves to boost their confidence and trust in themselves and may improve their learning skills.